Welcome back, Saints Nation, to week 4 of the CR6. Tonight's going to be a little bit different because we're going to be broadcasting remote, but it's still the usual talent, myself, Colin Seymour Moore, alongside, at a distance, Daniel the Saved One Mana. We're going to be casting Eastern Illinois and St. Clair College for Rainbow Six tonight. Daniel, how excited are you?
I'm so incredibly excited. It takes a while, you know? Like, you join call on Discord with the boys, with the Observer, with you, and it has to set in. But then once it finally set in, I got super pumped because we're casting potentially 3 matches of R6 tonight.
Yeah, 3 maps indeed. We got map 1. It's going to be Cafe, and I know you are a personal favorite of Cafe. You know, it used to be one of your least favorite, but it kind of grew on you a bit, right?
I don't know why, because, like, of course, there's one strat to cafes. You go up, down, up, down, up, down. But there's that potential that they end up going kitchen for both of the bombs. And all these new strats come out. As well, if you're not playing on kitchen or if you're not playing on the 3rd floor, you got to go to that 2nd floor. So there's more strats that come out on this map. So of course, it used to be very one-dimensional, and that's what usually what everyone thought about this map. But there's just so many possibilities now since the map's been out for so long, since all of these teams have started to test new theories with it. So I think this is going to be a very fun map to watch.
And you know, you gotta do it. I haven't done it in a while, so like, give me a little bit. What's your predictions for this tonight?
Yeah, we haven't done predictions in a minute, but we haven't seen Illinois play whatsoever. We have seen a lot of St. Clair. We've been saying that throughout the past couple of weeks, and St. Clair is really good on their own front when they are actually in the squad, when they're together, when they're actually playing as a team. They're really good together. We touch a lot on Imagine, we touch a lot on Rapid, but once again, I'm going to create this story how these 3 other players are really starting to step up, and I love seeing it.
Yeah, so predictions on my side. I got St. Clair 2-1.
Yeah, I think almost, I don't want to say the exact same. I think that St. Clair have really been showing up, and if they can win game number 1, then they can definitely transition into a game number 2 win. I think 2-0.
2-0?
Yeah.
2-0 for Daniel and St. Clair. As we head into the ban phase, we see Thatcher going out first. And on Cafe, if I see Thatcher, I expect to see possibly a Maverick, maybe a Valkyrie on defense, though. That would be a little bit different. So I expect Maverick, Valkyrie, Echo. Those are the 3 that I see coming out.
I don't want to sound like a noob. I've been seeing Capitao, honestly, on attack. Sometimes I'll see a Capitao randomly because the hatches are so massive on Cafe, and if you're able to get in,
look at you!
If you're able to get in, just like that, then it's so incredibly easy with Capitao. You place down your smokes on your 2 hatches, you just get in, and your enemy has to default to a very defensive way of playing. So I think that Capitao was really good. But you said Valkyrie. Mira.
Mira, you know, you can still possibly see Valkyrie. You know, I usually transition the Echo and the Mira around, but on a map like that you can get as like a lot of information with the Valkyrie from, I do expect possibly a Valkyrie to come up. If not, Echo, like that would be typical too. Like we see the Echo coming out, Echo Mira on defense, Echo Valkyrie, Mira Valkyrie. It's all 3 defensive characters that you've seen getting banned lately.
Well, the really cool thing about a Mira ban is that a lot of people have asked the question, why do you ban Mira if she's not going to get played? And I think in particular on Cafe, there's one area of the map that she plays really well, which is the bathroom on the top floor. Play her up there, you put a window on one of the walls, she could definitely start to pop off. But we are going to be heading into the match itself. All of the bans have been secured. Colin, introduce St. Clair.
Well, you know, it's the typical. It's your cut. Not so hometown heroes anymore, as it's a little bit distance, but you got Rapid, Agent Tour, Impact, William, and Imagine.
And over on the orange side, we have Illinois, we have Crossy, we have Cosmic, the Jew Master Man, Happy Punch, and I'm Piggy.
I like Happy Punch.
Me too.
As he hops on the Goyo as well, but you know, it's a different roster. We haven't seen Eastern Illinois University play against St. Clair yet, so I'm very excited to see what goes on as all the teams are going to be loading into this. It's going to be Eastern Illinois starting on defense, St. Clair starting on attack, and a little bit of a kind of normal composition on St. Clair for the attack. But why don't you give us a little rundown on the defensive side of it for Eastern Illinois right now?
Right. So very quickly before I do that, what I didn't notice is that we have a new spectator HUD. I didn't notice that whatsoever. We see every single player, every little bit of information on all of these operators. So you'll know who doesn't place down a barricade. But definitely on the defensive side on Cafe, you're gonna have a lot of defense in terms of this room right here. You saw it's called beer room. You're going to see a whole lot of holds in that room as well. You're going to see in the bar room itself. We have to watch out for the skylight. That's another big thing that a lot of players have been really going on. But as we look here on our spectator, we are going to see a couple of members just going up the side of Cafe.
Yeah, as St. Clair starts their attacking phase, it's going to be diffuser, in hand of Agent 2 or the Thermite, their hard breach. It's probably going to be the last to drop down, or maybe he's going to get it in there to use his exothermic charge right away. But I do expect St. Clair to take red stairs control right away, and we see this is an excellent. I do like seeing the Goyo playing on this pixel spot, but I don't like how there's a Goyo shield because one nade, you're gone. So it's a good strat, but I don't like the Goyo shield on there. I'm going to have to see how it pans out. Now we see Agent. He's going to flash it off. They're droning him out. Second flash is underway, but neither player wants to peek it because of the ADS of the Jaeger. I think they only got one stun off.
I do like that Agent is backing up, though. If you wanted to go back down onto the staircase, the red staircase, could be very beneficial if he scouts any player out. But the one thing that they are going to realize is that Goyo is still in the corner, and he's not moving. Okay, now you start moving. Yeah, you would usually want to have another buddy with you if you're droning that area out just to watch for the rotate. But Agent 2 are picking up the first kill of the round here onto I'm Piggy. So there's no more Jaeger here in the round.
And you're talking about how usually on the pixel peak spot over there, you usually have a buddy. That's something that Rapid and Imagine work together very well on when they're on defense. But there we go, second pick in favor of St. Clair. Imagine going to take out Crossy, but Happy returning with one of his own over onto Agent. So bringing it back, one player deficit. Now we see back and forth shots coming through, but Cosmic Toad on the Maestro just looking for something as Happy gets his second, but he's traded out 1-for-1 with Rapid. So each player getting each other down, and St. Clair with the player advantage. They're looking to get the diffuser down. Cosmic Toad a little bit low on the Maestro, but the Jew Master, man, full health on that smoke, and he has all three of his gas canisters still going. Impact's going to be planting the diffuser, but he does get taken out. So nice pick by Master Man, but it's not even losing any health right yet. And Cosmic Toad going to be using his impact grenade, not connecting with anything. Diffuser does end up going down for St. Clair, and they're going to be playing their post-plant positions. Jew Master Man trying to get in with his shotgun, not finding anyone just yet. Pulls out his SMG-11, putting some shots down over towards Imagine or Impact, but Impact not going to be peeking just yet. He's going to be playing his life. He does get run up on by the smoke. The smoke going to pick him up, so 2v1. Imagine looking to clutch this 1v1 as he takes out Cosmic Toad. Last one standing is going to be the smoke. Will he get this? 7 seconds left, and he doesn't have time for the defuse. So St. Clair gonna take round one in this map.
Definitely very intense within the last couple of seconds. Imagine's post-plant position was absolutely amazing. You get right onto the roof, go as passive as possible, and try and get the most advantageous angle you can on the diffuser itself, and it was on that roof. Another thing that you have to think about was Impact himself was able to get onto the site without anyone seeing him, was able to plant down the diffuser and then escape the scene immediately. It didn't matter if he died afterwards, but all he had to do was get on and get off. I did not like Smoke's positioning there. Whoever was playing, I think it was Happy playing the smoke, wasn't a huge fan of the position because you saw the Maestro and how much Cosmic brought to the table, and there was just no presence from Happy.
It's one thing that I actually want to touch on is that like I knew where the Maestro throughout that whole exchange. I did not know where the smoke was placed until he got that kill onto I think it was William who was trying to plant the diffuser the first time. So I did not know exactly where his positioning was until he got that kill. We do see a couple changes coming out for these teams. We see the Jackal coming out for Rapid, but ultimately we're going to be returning to that third floor, and I don't see too much of a difference for Eastern Illinois.
Well, what's really good about attack for St. Clair is that they're all on the same page. When you're playing on Cafe, there's one strat, right? We've been saying it constantly. But why that's so good is because St. Clair, we've been saying it over and over again, how they just haven't been playing together as a unit, and they'll just be spread out all across the map, never on the same page. It's not bad to be spread out, but when you don't have the communication, when you don't have the synergy, it can get really, really bad. And we've seen it in past weeks where they just have not been together, where they have communication issues. But what's good here is that they have one strat to playing top down, and they know exactly how to do it, and they're playing it very beautifully, and that's why they were able to pick up a win.
Yes, they were able to pick up the round 1 win, but now we're on to round 2. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. St. Clair going to be starting their attack. Diffuser still in hand of Agent Tour. He's going to be the main player to hold on to that pack, but it looks like Rapid is going to take a little bit of a different approach as he goes over towards the eastern side of the building. And he's going to be trying to clear everything out. Imagine going to be opening up this round with the first pick onto Crossy, and that's really advantageous position for St. Clair right now.
Yeah, when you're playing the Buck, you have one main job. You open up the 2 hatches and you try and get picks, and that's exactly what he ended up doing. I believe the kill was on red stairs. But if not, I don't know where that kill was from. But still, you were able to get the initial frag of the round. It was I'm Piggy the last time. I feel like it's the Jaeger curse, because Jaeger in both rounds was taken out. But now we get to see the drone play out, and it got destroyed almost immediately. Which is never
yeah, no, it's one thing we talk about all the time. It's how important the drone economy is in this game mode. So we do like to see how well players use these. There was a spot there. I think that was the Bandit got spotted out on the cross there. So St. Clair knows the Bandit will be playing close, but this is a very good position for the Doc to be playing in with that ACOG MP5. You expect him to play this and wait for somebody to peek him, because that with the MP5 on ACOG, that could be nuts. But unless you're being peeked by Imagine, who picks up a double kill, 5 on 3 now in favor of St. Clair. Minute 22 left. St. Clair looking for everything. William picking up a 3rd kill for that team. 5 on 2, and honestly, Eastern Illinois looks like they're struggling a little bit to find their footing. We're gonna pick up the 4th for the team. 5v1. It's time to clutch up if you're Cosmic Toad.
Yeah, exothermic charge, and it's not going to happen as Imagine ends up grabbing himself a triple kill. Flawless round goes through for St. Clair, and I feel like Illinois need to change up their strat of this 3rd floor, because now it's just getting super simple. Get a pick, get onto the site, and just sweep your competition, and that's what St. Clair are doing the best.
One thing that I like right now, and it's kind of like, it kind of touches back to when the Saints would play on Cafe before. They're doing an excellent job at taking over the red staircase and opening up the piano bar room without any honestly, there's no stress coming onto them, no pressure being added from Eastern Illinois. So it's one thing I do want to see Illinois take, is just add some more pressure to St. Clair, make them feel uncomfortable when they're dropping down. And we do see a couple changes coming out for their defensive hold after the 6th pick on the Mozzie. We see a Valkyrie, an Ella, and even a Rook coming out.
Definitely a weird switch of operators that comes out. Valkyrie is going to be definitely more of their style. I also do think the switch of Jaeger can be good. I don't like the Rook pick for themselves. I think that Jaeger would have been way better than a Rook. I feel like one of the reasons, or wait, I'm looking correctly. I'm still getting used to the spectator HUD, I'm going to be honest, but I'm used to them all being at the top. But anyway, still.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Sorry.
Right? But Mozzie's going to be definitely really good here. A lot of drones are going to be coming through that front entrance into Bakery, so we have to watch out for that. There's that normal strat of putting of entering through Freezer, and that's one strat that a lot of attacking teams will use. But this is really going to test St. Clair synergy together as a team, is if they can actually come together and attack on a site that is a little more, you have to spread out for this one.
Yeah, one thing I touched on after that last round that went on is Eastern Illinois has to put a little bit more pressure on. The Ella is going to be coming out to add a little bit more pressure. The Rook with that MP5 ACOG could possibly put a little bit more pressure on, but I do like the drone denial that the Mozzie kind of gives off. But ultimately, I think it would be better to have a mute on this lineup for defense, especially for the first floor. Because there's a lot of information that you can get. And there are a couple roamers for Eastern Illinois. They do have a player sitting on the 3rd floor. I didn't catch who it was, but I think it's the only roamer to see, as the rest of St. Clair are going to be starting their take through Bakery alongside, I think... Oh, that was a nice denial from the Maestro over on that exothermic charge. But Happy, very low on health. Gonna have to back off on that Valkyrie player's life because that would be a devastating pick to get out right off the bat.
Yeah, of course. When you are playing an operator that does have very low HP, then you have to realize that you can play very aggressive, but then you also have to play very defensive in the same regard. But they are going to be opening up this wall here into one of these bomb sites, at least the A bomb site. We have to watch out for how exactly they end up attacking this one because they haven't found any picks just yet. They do see a ping on a player, though. Might want to try and go for this kill as he's not going to be in there, but gets taken out. Thermite. Agent 2 are not able to get the W on this one as Cosmic Toad is still sitting prone. Crossy ends up picking up impact as well, but the full-on rush comes through. He's going to end up going down. William also imagine being traded his life, but now all of a sudden, William is the last one remaining. Piggy with 2 as round number 3 is slowly, I don't want to say coming to a close just yet because it's a 1v4 type scenario that we're seeing here. William has to peek all the correct angles to see the head of the player, not able to get the kill. And that is going to be it. Crossy with the triple, and it's going to defuse the diffuser.
Crossy and Piggy working together to take that round down, but it all started with Cosmic Toad getting that kill onto the Thermite, dropping the diffuser inside of Kitchen, put St. Clair in kind of a distressful kind of like. I mean, I wouldn't like it if the diffuser got dropped in Kitchen just like that. So I don't know if there was just a little bit of miscommunication, but really, really good hold for Eastern Illinois.
They definitely came into that map having a little bit more synergy. You were talking about, or I was talking about the Mozzie. You were talking about different picks for sure. But we're going to be seeing some more different picks as we head into round number 4 because we're going to go to Reading and Fireplace. And now there's so much potential for different little angles to take. I saw a castle for a second and I was super happy, but...
Is that what you play?
Yeah, I play a lot of castle if we're playing defense. I don't know why.
A lot of castle, but now we see the Jew Master gonna switch over to the Jaeger. Smoke gonna be played once again, this time by Crossy, and the Valkyrie is still gonna be coming out for the Happy. So I guess they're happy to have that on the board. But Piggy sticking with the Mozzie as well. He did get a double kill, so showed a lot of potential with that character. And over on the attacking side, St. Clair rapid switching over to the Zofia, adding a little bit more soft breach to their business. I'm surprised he hasn't brought out the Hibana personally. Because I know he personally likes the Hibana, but maybe they got a little bit more soft breach strats coming out.
That's true. Rapid has been playing other picks. He's definitely been playing a lot more Zofia too. If he doesn't play the Hibana, but definitely that is definitely one pick that we see him on a lot. Another thing I actually kind of wanted to touch on is that one of St. Clair's problems throughout the past couple of weeks has been the drone econ, and with the new patch, your drone spawns where you spawn. So one of the main reasons, and I think this was myself as well, even though I'm not that great at this game, one of the problems I've been having, at least with drone econ, is that I try and find where I'm going to spawn and I get lost. So I feel like a lot of players on St. Clair have just been suiciding their drones and just been like, whatever. I can't really find where I spawn. But now since the spawn's going through, they have so many drones to their benefit.
And St. Clair, they're looking to have a little bit more. I want to see them push from the top down, get control of the 3rd floor, because if I was Eastern Illinois, if you lose control of that 3rd floor, I would call that game over. Like 3rd floor, when you're holding when you have a second floor bomb site, third floor is so essential for Cafe.
Yeah.
And I do not want to see Eastern Illinois give this up, so I'm expecting these roamers to put up a lot of fighting. And speaking of players on the third floor, we do have two. I think it's the Happy and I'm Piggy. It's going to be playing together over towards that, along with... Yeah, no, it was the two of them. I think they might have had a third, but I think he rotated away.
The one thing I love seeing, at least here on the roof itself, is that Impact is trying to find out, first off, where the opponents are, if any opponents are on drones, as well as where the Valkyrie drones are. He's looking through the roof just to see where exactly they are, and Rapid is the one taking them out right now. But they realize that there are players on the third floor, and that's why the free fire shots were coming out.
Here we go. St. Clair, Imagine going to use his buckshot to open up train room.
Ooh, there's a player.
So they have that top down, but Rapid, he's going to have an interaction right on the white staircase. And this is smart from him. Drone it out, play it safe. He does see the head of that player. He does get destroyed. So now I expect him to play it even more safe. He's just going to hold his angle, but he gets shot from behind. Where's he getting shot from?
I have no idea.
No clue where he just took damage from, but he's still going to take the fight over on the white stairs, not putting any damage onto that player. This time he's going to concussion it. Uses one of his lifeline shots, uses both of them. Now it's time to put the pressure on. So now he's going to take that fight.
Oh, that drone
does come out, but it doesn't take him out just yet. The Mozzie going to secure the kill onto Rapid. First blood in favor of Eastern Illinois. But there's a lot of damage that went on to these players. Both teams, I think I would call it even. The only advantage that Eastern Illinois has, that St. Clair is down 2 now. But it was traded out. William and Imagine picking up 2 of their own, so it's even 3-on-3. St. Clair with a little bit of a health deficit, but still taking control of that third floor, and Imagine has a lot of frag potential on him, along with Agent Tour and William. Yeah. Both players have been showing up in this game, so I do want to see how they take it. We're going to see William just sitting up on Heaven. Agent Tour, he has Diffuser in hand, and I expect them to just rotate around. They have 15 seconds left, not a lot, so they're going to have to rush.
Yeah, they have very minimal time remaining. Happy ends up picking up 1 kill for himself. Now 2v3 scenario. Imagine with a double kill for himself. William has to get going if he wants to get onto the site. Diffuser is going to be going down, though, as the clock strikes 0. Cosmic ends up taking out William. Now 1v2 scenario going down. Imagine does get the Diffuser off. Has to go post-plant position, shooting through the wall. And a headshot comes through. Triple kill for Imagine, looking for this last kill. Where is Cosmic Toad trying to pre-fire all of these shots? They know exactly where each other are, but they have to wait for it. And Imagine secures the round with a quad.
15 seconds left. They weren't on site. Bolted in there. Imagine getting the diffuser down was huge. William provided enough distraction for him to get that down, and that just... Ever since that, he's 10-1. He is taking off for St. Clair right now. Impact just playing that support role. He's 0-3, but he's doing it. He's doing his best to just play that IQ to a T. Rapid towards the bottom. He's 1-3, having a little bit of a quieter game, but he is entry fragging, getting a lot of information for his team as well. Really even on the leaderboard for the side of Eastern Illinois. 3s and 2s all around. That's actually really even along the way, but we do see a couple of changes coming out in this next round. We're going to head to the third floor once again. Vigil is coming out for I Am Piggy, one of my kind of favorites. He's up there for me. I do like his roam potential, so I do expect to see Mozzie and Vigil rotating off of the third floor this time, but both of the times that they went to the third floor bar and cocktail lounge, St. Clair's come out on top, so let's see how Eastern Illinois can change it up.
To add on to your point, round number 1, they went to the third floor, and it wasn't a huge sweep. It was actually pretty close. Round number 2, it was a complete sweep. It was flawless round. We got to watch out for this, because it took 1 round for St. Clair to get prepped on this map, and it was a W. Now they're fully prepped. They're coming off of a win off of round number 4, where Imagine just took the game and just went with it. He got a quad kill for himself. He really popped off. But now is the time to really show that you're a team and you're ready to compete. Because I feel like a lot of players have been ridden of competition over these past couple of weeks. And they're really ready to show what they have. In particular, our 6 players.
Of course. And, you know, a lot of things have come up over the days. You know, it's been hard times, but now We're right back into it. It's CR6 Friday. St. Clair's up 3-1, ladies and gentlemen, heading in stronger than ever. They're looking to take this up to a 3-1 advantage. But let's see how. I'm excited to see how Eastern Illinois can change this up. We're gonna be seeing a lot of roaming presence for them. Indeed, St. Clair going to their usual. Take that eastern staircase, take the western red staircase. Agent Tour drops down, get that exothermic charge off. And the pressure from Eastern Illinois is up there. The Goyo really close, but we see the Goyo shield gone, so now he has to back up just like that.
Yeah, he's in a very weird spot right now. He had to back off from his initial shield, and now he's kind of playing in between his main shield as well as red staircase, not really realizing that there are players on it. He definitely knows there was drones, but William with the initial frag of the round onto I'm Piggy. I'm Piggy not having an absolute great game, even going onto the Vigil now. Still 3-0-4.
3-4, not too bad. He hasn't popped off since the round that they won, though. I do expect with St. Clair having the advantage to slow it down a bit. We are hopping on board with Happy. He does catch one, but he gets the second with the shotgun, bringing it back even 4-on-4. The Goyo showing how powerful his gun, his primary weapon is indeed. But now St. Clair picking up the diffuser. Master gonna be going down to William. Double kill for himself. 4v2. He gets finished off as an impact, taking out Master. And 2v4. Cosmic Toad and Crossy looking to clutch up for their team to bring it ever so closer. But imagine shutting down the Thoughts, getting another kill, bringing it back to a 4v1. And St. Clair taking round 5 with ease.
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to do. Again, when you're playing on a bomb site that you know so well, and even when you end up winning a round number 1, like it's insane when you actually win round number 1, because you're getting so prepped, right? When you have to transition momentum, that is what you end up finding, and we got to see it right there for a third time in a row. The only thing that Illinois has to do now is they have to go back to the first floor, because this is where they got their initial W. And they also got it very cleanly. When they spread out St. Clair and made them play away from each other is where they were able to secure the victory for themselves. So we'll see if they can do it once again.
Look at that scoreline. Imagine sitting up top at 11 kills and just below him. I think that's William at 6 kills.
Yeah.
Truly popping off on that Nomad. And they're looking to go for that 5-1 half. As you were saying, they're heading back to that first floor. Originally, that is where that one win came for Eastern Illinois. But actually, I do expect St. Clair to kind of change it up a little bit. We already see Imagine taking out the Sledge. That's totally different. And what I want to see is not so much that bakery push that they did before. Take the roamers out. Take that second floor control, because like they showed over when they were pushing into that, I think it was Reading Room and Fire Hall. They took that third floor, and that top-down advantage is just so effective in this game.
When you watch a lot of Cafe, to add on to your point, when you watch a lot of Cafe, the main room you have to watch out for is Freezer. Freezer is the one room that a lot of players will obviously shoot into and drop down in the hatch in there. So we have to watch out for Freezer in particular, as well as the rest of the team. Where does St. Clair think that they have to attack from? And this is all of the answers that we're going to be getting here in this round. Ended up droning out the site. They know exactly where the bomb is as well. They scouted out the third and the second floor, so they have to realize that it's going to be on the first floor. So they're going to be rushing the initial lobby first, but no, they're going to go onto the roof, top down, very basic, keep it simple.
This is what I like to see from the attackers, but heading back down to the defenders. See where Valkyrie wants to drop a couple more of her cameras. She rotates on around. Is there any roamers right now for Eastern Illinois? I'm just looking to see if I can see anybody. I think I saw an outline. Yeah, that's going to be Jaeger sitting inside of Freezer. The only line of defense on the third floor for Eastern Illinois. And I want to say that he has a good chance, but St. Clair has been proving me wrong all game. So now we see him rotate around. This is good information that Agent is picking up. As we do see the drone get destroyed. He's giving away his position. William looking for that kill. He does pick it up. So Master gonna go down 5-4 in favor of St. Clair, and they do clear all the roamers out.
It's weird that I guess a roaming Jaeger is kind of normal because you place down your initial drones, but Piggy pops out of the corner of Christmas, says Merry Christmas, and gets taken out by Imagine. Now switching on over to the sledge. This is a little bit interesting. I guess he just wants to try and get through these different floors as fast as possible, but now the initial attack is going to be from the 3rd floor as well as down, or as well as up on the 3rd floor. So kind of a pincer rush that St. Clair are doing right now.
And I didn't catch Piggy up there. He did get a 1-for-1 trade. Had no clue the Mozzie was sitting up there, but he did his job. He got 1-for-1. I do like this sledge to come out because although it's not as fast as a buckshot to soft breach, I think I prefer the gun of the sledge a little bit more. And he has the SMG-11 in his back pocket. He can do a lot of damage. In fact, now it was all on the board of Cosmic Toad last time. He did such a good job at getting the diffuser down. He does see the feet of that player, the sledge. Imagine has to be careful, but so does Cosmic Toad. Now he's going to be opening up more of the roof. That top-down advantage is so good. 40 seconds left for St. Clair to attack. We do see some frags coming in board. Not going to open that up. Does some damage to Cosmic Toad. He's going to have an opening fight, but he gets taken out from behind. Happy. Going to trade 1-for-1. Cosmic Toad down by Imagine. So 3v2. Imagine picking himself up a double kill. And now a 2v3. Happy and Crossy against 3 players. Diffuser going to be dropped by Agent. 16 seconds left, so they have plenty of time to do so. And now when it goes down, Rapid going to find Happy. It's all up to Crossy on that Rook. He's going to rotate on through Freezer. Try to get inside Kitchen. He's pinned down by these Saints players. Looks at through the peak hole. Gets Rapid down. 2v1. Nice shot coming out from Crossy, but it's going to be a tough one to take. How will he pressure these players? I'm pretty sure he does get sightlines onto that one, but he's not going to connect with any shots. Imagine playing his life and playing it well. Agent Tour is going to push him, not get any damage down, but Crossy, 13 seconds left. He has to put some pressure on. He has to take this fight. He is going to just back on off. I don't think he's going to get this round in. Does find some shots on the tour. Not going to take him out fully. Backs on off. St. Clair takes round 6. And an amazing job by them to go 5-1 in the half.
What a round coming through from St. Clair. The strat, to visualize it for you guys, or to verbalize it, was take the top floor control and have 2 players at the front of Bakery, one of them with the diffuser. You get into Bakery, and once you've taken 2nd floor control, which is what Sledge, which is what Imagine did early on, you're allowed to rush into service and plant down the diffuser very safely. You've pressured out service to the point where players have just backed off. They don't like playing that bottom-up view. They don't like playing through the floor. So when you're in that position, your initial reaction is to back off, and that's what you ended up seeing. We saw how one of the players was in Freezer. We saw how one of the other players was in Dining. But what an amazing rush that came through from St. Clair. It was just very basic stuff.
Very basic, very well executed, like you said. But now it's time to switch it up a little bit. St. Clair on the defense now. And now we're going to see Eastern Illinois on the attack. How will they hold up? We head to the 3rd floor. St. Clair with a little bit of different operators. We get to see a Cade coming out. Rapid returning onto the smoke. But Imagine on that Jaeger. I was saying it back in, I think it was round 1, when they were holding that pixel spot. Rapid usually likes to sit in the bathroom. Imagine sits on Pixel Peak, and we do see them setting that up right now. I love seeing this duo work. This magic impact on the Cade, though. He's going to be using his K charge, kind of clear up a little bit of this hold.
Definitely the same. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad. Same comp coming out. What I wanted to say is that there's no real operator changes coming through from Illinois. Maybe they're kind of just copying what the other side did. But definitely the Cade charges. I think you were just referencing that. Is that the one kind of similarity that we saw from this out of Illinois is that they played the Bandit. And the Bandit just did not work for them whatsoever. Bandit was just not in their favor, but the Cade potentially could be.
Personally, I know the Cade has I think the same gun as Goyo has.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to have a lot more impact than Goyo would have in this game mode, especially over the Bandit, like you said, because of how much he can hide those Cade claws. But now we see Agents who are on the Maestro putting some shots down, just playing defensively over on balcony. I expect St. Clair to hold this to a T. I love the setup they have right now. It looks like they just have the perfect setup all around, but how will Eastern Illinois break this? Will they send it to 5-2, or will St. Clair put themselves on map point? Attacking phase is underway right now, and it's going to be, I think, Piggy sitting on that window looking to entry with a few of his fellow operators.
I do like how Nomad currently, or at least Cosmic Toad, is looking for that run out. Continues to look down just to see if there's anyone that's going to be going. But Illinois is playing a very defensive game. They are not playing the same game that we saw St. Clair play on attack. And obviously for good reason for it, is because St. Clair are on match point. We're on this stage of the game. But we do see the exothermic charge is going out. Does not get denied. It does open up the Christmas wall as well. But there's no one that's really in Christmas. All of St. Clair are playing a very defensive game. We do see actually Imagine is sitting inside of Christmas waiting for multiple of these members to get into the room itself, as he does get taken out by Crossy. Did not hear that out of his left earphone. So he does go on to the camera operation just for the time being, but still very slow game coming through for Illinois. But now they're starting to slowly trickle in down onto red. Onto red stairs, but they're still taking it very slowly here on the top floor.
50 seconds left and counting. What an entry frag from Crossy to put them up.
Huge.
I do see, I like how they're slowing it down. Exothermic charge number 2 is going to be burnt onto the freezer wall. They are going to burn some ADSs. Piggy going to take out William 3v5, and this attack is not looking anything but flawless for this team at the moment. They haven't dropped a single player. A lot of damage done. Rapid shutting that down, though. 3-on-4. He's looking for more. He does find a kill onto Cosmic Toad as well. Double kill, triple kill for Rapid.
Right.
And he's going to look for more. Will he bite off more than he choose? But we do see Crossy pick up impact as well. Diffuser gonna get dropped. St. Clair out of nowhere pulls back and wins round 7, going up 6-1 on map point.
Rapid not going down. I thought he actually died. He didn't die. But Rapid. Oh wait, is it up to? Is it to 7?
Yeah.
I thought it was to 6.
No,
my bad.
They're on map point now.
My bad. I didn't listen. But that I thought it was to 6. My bad, everyone.
I think Rapid heard me when he was 1 and I think it was 1 and 3 or something, having a slow game because he's 6-4 now.
Yeah, he ended up. He exited that round. He did not get the ace, but he did get a quad kill. He was sitting inside a bathroom. I thought he got picked off after his 3rd kill, but he did not. He still lived after that one, so he was able to pick up that last kill. Definitely in a really good position for himself, going back over to the smoke. So you can kind of see the one trickiness come out for Rapid, but hey, if it works, it works. Almost saw the Caviera. I was also excited for it.
I was happy. You know I was happy.
I know.
Cavi's my favorite. You never get to see it. No love for Cavier.
No, man.
But it is what it is. We do see a couple changes coming out for St. Clair. They're going to go to the first floor this time. William hops onto the castle. And Agent going to be hopping onto the Valkyrie. They're going to stick with the Cade. I do like to see that. And Imagine Rapid sticking with the Smoke Jaeger duo that they have going on.
Well, the one thing I want to see out of William is his prioritization, because the one thing that at least I fault with when I play Castle is not getting my barricades up in time. That's because I've been reinforcing and figuring out where to reinforce, but I guess that's why I'm the caster. I just, I'm a little bit of a noob. But we are seeing William place up all of his castle barricades. He does have one more remaining. I want to see where he actually ends up placing that one. But it's all about positioning that comes out for St. Clair here on this first floor. Imagine is, I believe, playing on the 2nd floor. I don't think he was on the 3rd floor, but he was definitely playing away from his team, and it's really worked out in his favor. He's also peeking out here. We see the outline of the player, but
no, don't give it to him.
Yeah.
Don't give it to him. Come on, Illinois, don't give it to him. You know he wants it too. He was looking for it. He wanted it more than anything. But I like Imagine playing on the 2nd floor. I did touch on it when Illinois was holding the 1st floor, that 2nd floor is such a crucial thing to keep a hold of if you're the defending team, because you don't want them looking down from above you. So now we see how will Imagine play this. How will he hold on to this for St. Clair? 2 minutes and 10 seconds for Illinois to get off onto this round. And they're just doing such a good job getting so much information on these players. But it's all up to who can pick up that entry frag and will they get Imagine off the second floor.
It's all these questions that have to be asked at this point as a couple of shots are going through onto Reading, onto Imagine himself, as he's constantly just trying to listen for these different angles. And he can't exactly find them just yet. Oh, does see a player cross, though. They're just going to live, though, for the time being, as still Imagine is living, and he's not backing off just yet. Agent Tour, though, the initial frag of the round going down onto him with a headshot onto Jew. But still, now 5v4.
That's not something you want to have if you're the attackers right now, down on match point. You want that entry kill. So now they're going to be taking train control, and they're going to be using the buck to open up that top down. But Imagine still hasn't been cleared.
No.
He's still roaming around the second floor, so they have to be careful for this. Imagine's getting a lot of damage down over onto Happy and Piggy. But ultimately, he's going to be flanked, but he's ready for that. Piggy gets deleted. Piggy's out of this round. 5v3 goes for the second, finds a double kill over onto Happy, and it's going to be now 5v2, 5v1 as Agent gets a double kill. Who will find this last player? He goes, looks, makes it not a flawless 4v1. Will he clutch up for his team? Crossy on the Thermite has Diffuser in hand, and it looks like he's going to be setting up to put this down, but he's pushed, and defenders, St. Clair going to win map 1 on Cafe, and that was pretty one-sided if you say me.
Agent Tour in chat constantly really flexing his muscles. I feel like he's starting to slowly become a talkative player, and I love seeing it. Just the trash talk that comes through in the chat as well. Imagine topping off the leaderboard. Let's see it. How many kills does he end off with? I feel like 15, 16 and 2. Wow.
He was just playing like he normally does, and he was getting a lot of value from it, which I like to. It's good if you're St. Clair. If you're St. Clair, it's good to have those fast runs going. Have those players who are usually your high kill rackers, having them get those wins. So very well done for St. Clair to pick up this round 1. And I do like the team play coming out for them. In game 2, I do expect to see on Clubhouse a little bit of a different kind of matchup, but. I'm curious to see how it changes for this Eastern Illinois team.
Yeah, Clubhouse right now is that type of map that you have to have your synergy together, and what better of a map to attack on first, other than Cafe? I feel like Cafe, you have all of your synergy down to a T when you're playing on this, but. Going on to Clubhouse, I don't think it's going to be a little bit more tricky because St. Clair are very experienced on Clubhouse. They've been playing it constantly every single week. But are we starting? No. Okay, we're not. Let's head on over to a break though, because we have to get this all set up. We got to get the match itself set up, and we have to get set up ourselves as casters. So guys, don't go anywhere. We got some more Saints Gaming action coming over to you in just a little bit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're going to be heading into Game 2, Eastern Illinois and St. Clair College Clubhouse. Daniel, why don't you start us off?
Yeah, so Clubhouse is that type of map where there's not one strat to the map. There's multiple entrances that you can enter through, and all of them are meta. The one I want to see, though, and I've been very curious about this entrance, is the construction entrance from the outside. I know that a lot of players will barricade that to deny entrance, but that's one I'm very interested in. However, we are jumping into the bans. It's going to be Thatcher. That's going to be the first attacker that's banned.
Usually it's a typical first attacker you'd see out of this map. So going on to the second one, I do want to see, especially on Clubhouse, possibly a hard breach getting banned out. Maverick gonna be the one headed out of here. And this time, after seeing the impact that Valkyrie had in Game 1, will she be banned out in Game 2? I would like to see her gone, and possibly an Echo along with her. So now we see a Jaeger, in fact. Maybe want to get that the roaming presence away from Imagine, who's kind of pop.
Yeah, it was definitely Imagine, but the one that's going to ban that is actually St. Clair. St. Clair taking out the Jaeger, and I feel like it's good reason for that. Of course, you touched on Imagine banning it out, so sometimes you have to take that sacrifice. But we saw like 3 or 4 different Jaeger players over on East Illinois. So even though they ended up losing a lot of rounds, the rounds that they did end up winning, Jaeger was a big part of that as well. If 4 of the enemy team members are playing something and they're fairly comfortable on it, just take it off the board, and that's going to be the Jaeger. But hey, Echo, very basic, take it off the board.
Yeah, we do see the Mirror make it through. We do see the Valkyrie make it through. Will we see Mira get played? It's up to the players, but usually, even though she's going through, you might not see her get played right away. But we're going to be going right onto CCTV room, cash room for round 1. And it's going to be Eastern Illinois, just like last game, going to be starting on defense, St. Clair on attack. And even on this defensive setup, I already see a mute coming out for Eastern Illinois, so I'm already happy. I personally think just mute is the way to go when you're on defense. And
yeah,
they're going to be matching it up with a Mozzie as well, so it's just synergy right there when it comes to operators.
If I am not playing Castle, I'm playing Mute. I don't know why. I feel like he's just so incredibly useful. It's very satisfying to see, you know, a unit getting muted. I don't know why, but you're talking about the Mozzie. Could get 6 picked out for the Vigil. Master also picking himself up the Valkyrie. You were touching on that immensely during the ban phase itself, so we're seeing that actually go through. Or I guess to update the people that are just Clair ended up taking 7-2,
7-1, 7-1.
Really?
7-1 game in game 1 over on Cafe. St. Clair was dominant. They're looking to keep going.
But still, game number. It's gonna be a little bit more here, as we're gonna be seeing definite CCTV and cash hold. As for this,
now we do.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And
sorry for the disruption, everyone. Colin, continue your point.
yeah, we were talking about the Valkyrie having a lot of disruption in game 1, but now forget about that because we're going to be hopping into the attacking round. And now St. Clair looking to pull out all of the strats that they need to do. They have opened up with the X-Cairo as part of the garage for the Capitao to look through. They could be setting up for William with the diffuser and using his exothermic charge over on the eastern balcony. And now they're going to be setting that up to open. But I think there is a player ready to kind of disrupt that. They don't have anything to electrify, so they don't have anything to kind of make sure that it doesn't get destroyed or go off. So this is going to be pretty much a free breach once they decide to open it. And now after Crossy picking up first pick, it's going to be the balcony opened up for St. Clair. Agent Tour does refrag over onto Crossy, but now Capitao going to be taken out by Master. It's going to be 1-for-1 once again. Nice trades for St. Clair. Impact's going to be taking him off 3v3. And St. Clair slowing it on down for this attack.
A very fast round going out for each of these squads, as we saw a hold come through for William. Did not want to blow open the wall just yet and waited for the rest of his team to get into position and then ended up exploding the wall itself. But here in the round, though, you were talking about how it's a 3v3 round that we see right now. And it's definitely true, as Vigil does get picked off. Piggy by Imagine. Imagine still carrying out his reign on this enemy squad here, just playing the Ashe, the usual operator that loves to charge his side. Now you're starting to see why Jaeger was banned out, is so that Imagine can get onto the site, get a double kill, and he gets the triple with the flick. He looked into the wrong angle for a second. Watch this flick.
What a play from Imagine to get in there. And you said Ashe is that operator to play if you're just going to run in there and open up the site. And Imagine did that perfectly, opening up 3-0 on this round with some support from Impact and Agent to get some kills of their own. Nice execution from St. Clair to take round 1 over on CCTV room. Now round 2. It looks like Eastern Illinois wants to head back to CCTV room because, you know, didn't work the first time. Maybe you can switch some things up and it'll work the second time.
Deja vu from game number 1, where they ended up heading onto the 3rd floor on Cafe after they ended up losing it. It was a very close round, so they were allowed to do it. But here, maybe that was just an off round for them. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the Capitao actually made it through. We didn't touch on that in the ban phase, but Capitao making it through means that he was allowed to take over the garage, as well as if it did come down to it, smoking off cash room from CCTV. But imagine running in with Ashe when there's no Jaeger on the enemy team. What can you do versus that? Maybe you could play a Wamai, but it's not in East Illinois' playbook right now.
Actually, what my Shifting Tides operators are not able to be played yet in the CR6. I actually asked that question before we went live, so I got that answer. So there's no Wamai. So if there's no Jaeger, there's no denial on the defensive side. So now on round 2, we do see will Imagine continue on this Ash to kind of rain terror on this Eastern Illinois team. But similar setup, actually the exact same setup for St. Clair. A little bit different over on the side of Eastern Illinois, though. They brought out a Cade. That Cade hopefully can provide a little bit more stalling over on the balcony side of the east side of the building. So hopefully it'll take a little bit longer for St. Clair to open up that balcony.
Yeah, I guess you usually expect it. Cade tricking. Is there such thing as Cade tricking? I think there is. But we definitely know that there's bandit tricking. So I have seen a Cade before do it very effectively. Bandit, I think, is a little bit better, honestly, at bandit tricking, but Happy being taken very low, very early on, and it's going to be a headshot. Rapid. I don't think that's what you call a flick, but it's definitely a very quick reaction time coming in from Rapid as he's taking over this top part of Garage.
Usually you see the players on the attacking side take their time to get through Garage, but Rapid, right up in personal, right away, he's going to destroy the Cade exothermic charge number 1. Going to be burned over on the eastern balcony. They have it open for St. Clair. Over on the first floor, it's going to be Impact working on that Zofia for that bottom up view, but a lot of information gained from the drones. William made it onto the site. He's going to be dropping that diffuser. Cosmic Toad going down. Impact finds a kill of his own. 5v2, Piggy and Master, last two standing on Eastern Illinois. And they have to clutch it up, but William gonna take out Peggy right like that. Imagine finishing up the round, flawless round for St. Clair's. They go up 2-0 on Clubhouse.
Imagine just with the very quick play coming through, this enemy player that was in logistics, no idea who he was. However, caught off guard, right? Once you see a hatch broken, you're staring at it. You're constantly staring at it. And you expect a little bit of leeway. No, not with Ash. Ash is a 3-speed and runs right at you, gets down into the hatch, and will take you out instantly. And that's why we see the leaderboard with Imagine being 4-0.
4-0, but across the leaderboard, 4-1-1-2-2. St. Clair having an absolute blast over on their side. Looking over on the other side, Eastern Illinois. Couple donuts on their side. 3 players sitting 0 kills, 2 deaths. Two players with the only kills on their teams, but I do expect them as they head to the basement church, basement arsenal room, change up a few things in their tactics. We already see Cade, Smoke, Rook, Ella, Maestro, a couple new operators on this map. Ella, Rook, and Smoke being 3 that I do expect to kind of change up a few things. Maybe comfort picks for Eastern Illinois, but I saw them play those picks last game on Cafe. And I'm curious to see if they will have more effect on Clubhouse than they did on Cafe.
When we last watched Basement on Clubhouse, it was still for the amateur scene, but we saw so many clutches come out here on the Basement. Don't know why. Maybe it's like the Basement curse, or maybe it's not really even a curse. But the one place that I expect to be a huge priority is the kitchen hatch, and this is what Rapid loves to just hyper focus on. And it's usually where he ends up going. So I want to see if Rapid goes to that tried and true spot. Other than that, Imagine, I want to see where he goes as well. Where does he end up actually rotating to? Because he could very well take over top floor, scout that out, take over first floor, scout that out as well. But there's just so many possibilities for this whole entire side of St. Clair that we've been seeing over these past couple of rounds, as well as in past weeks when they have attacked this basement. They've been fairly successful on it. But now, since they have more synergy in this series in particular, I feel like it's going to be, I don't want to say a no-brainer, but I don't know. It could be good.
Right off the bat, William used his exothermic charge to open up dirt. I really like that play, and you were talking about how you want to see Imagine play this. I do want to see Imagine work alongside these players to maybe take kitchen or take stockroom. One of the two. I know Imagine, he's known to go to blue, known to go through boiler, but it looks like he's going to be working with Rapid through the kitchen this time. And if I'm not wrong, there is a way to destroy this.
Yeah.
With the Cade being there.
Yeah, I believe a lot of enemy players, what they'll do is they'll have a frag ready just so that if there is any players in the vicinity of this hatch, they will throw them up, which is why you see so many explosions by it. But no one's gonna get caught out just yet, as main stairs is kind of the focus for one of these players on St. Clair as well. But with kitchen opened up, could they take a different angle? Of course, they have it opened up, but are they looking for a pick before they do anything?
Did they just catch out a roamer? I think they spotted a player rotating through secret.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna see Agent he's just gonna watch that. He's just gonna take his time, wait. He has diffuser in hand, but they have a minute 15. They have a lot of time. Imagine gonna use one of his breaching rounds to open up the hatch in stock room. And it's gonna be up to St. Clair for when they want to push it. But Rapid finding a little bit of damage over to Happy. Backs on off, trying to take his time, and he's gonna use some X to open up more space in the kitchen. Open up a little bit more sightlines for their team, but that is an excellent drone from his team. Agent gonna find Happy. He's gonna end up finishing that kill for Rapid on the Arsenal room. So now it's time for St. Clair to rush in. They use the Capitao smoke, get down the diffuser. Rapid taking a little bit of damage. Agent taking a little bit of damage. Diffuser is gonna be dropped, but looks like the diffuser is gonna go down before he can kill it. Piggy gets a double kill, 3 on 4. Imagine Rapid impact against 4 players. Piggy gonna go down, but not out. Rapid on site brings it to a 3v2. Imagine getting a kill of his own, 3v2. So now it's up to Crossy as he gets shot through the wall, downed. Rapid finishing up on a master. Last player standing for Eastern Illinois. He's gonna be spotted out by Imagine and dropped by Imagine. Attackers win round 3. And it looks like St. Clair not slowing down just yet.
This is a different St. Clair.
Completely.
I don't know how many times we have been, I don't want to say disappointed, but we've had like hope.
I'll say,
you know, we've been disappointed so many times where we'll build up this team, we'll say how much potential that they've had in a week, and then they'll lose it 2-0, or they'll go 1-1 in a week. But now they're stepping up.
It's honestly, it's even surprising me. You know, William last round was a top fragger for St. Clair. Agent right now is up there. He's got 3 kills and an assist. So nobody on St. Clair is slacking tonight. They're all bringing the heat on this attack on Cafe. 7-1. Now it's 3-0. Eastern Illinois is 1-10 in the past 11 rounds.
Rapid's playing Buck.
Rapid's playing Buck?
When was the last time we said that?
Never. I don't think I've ever said Rapid's playing Buck, but Rapid's going to be hopping onto Buck. And Impact even. He's going to switch off some soft breach, go to IQ. I think they were heading to the 2nd floor bedroom. If I was not wrong, they're on basement. I was wrong. They're on basement. I was wrong, okay?
No.
It happens.
Sometimes the bombs we'll see it through the floor, and you think that it's on the top floor, and then we'll go down one more floor, and then it's still not on 1st floor, and then it's in the basement. So this is what we see here. But the prep phase going through needs to be a little bit better from East Illinois. The way that St. Clair was able to open up dirt initially was really good, create a little bit of disruption within dirt, as well as transition over to kitchen was really good. Only problem is, what can East Illinois do versus a team that just destroys all of the soft breach in kitchen?
And it wasn't even that. Like, it was nothing. No contention on that kitchen hatch at all for Eastern Illinois.
That's true.
I think they need a couple roamers to put that pressure onto St. Clair. But who's gonna do it? I haven't seen a single person on Eastern Illinois show up for that role just yet. Right. But we do see a couple changes coming out for this defensive hold. Crossy on the pulse. And Master. Was he on Doc last round? I think Doc's new as well. I think he was playing Rook last round. Pretty sure he's playing Rook. So a couple new operators coming out for Eastern Illinois. Hopefully that pulse will add a little bit more pressure, but looks like that was nuts by Rapid to use that grenade and open up with the buckshots. A nice little strats coming out for him. He's not going to be playing the Hibana. They don't have any hard breach, actually, except for William on the thermite because I wasn't paying attention. But it's up to St. Clair for how they want to push this. They're already going to be using that exothermic charge number 1 to take out the kitchen hatch. It's open up for St. Clair now, and it's going to be Agent working alongside to open up that stock room. So St. Clair with a lot of sight lines, a lot of information onto the bomb sites. How will they play this? Happy already down, very low on this health. St. Clair looking strong.
Definitely Happy on low HP. Imagine rushing into a scenario that he did not want to enter into and was on half, and he tried on main stairs and was not able to peek at the correct time. Of course, he did have the 3 stun grenades for himself, but didn't really work out in his favor. But now a 5v4 coming through. Still, the same plans are going through for St. Clair, as now they do try and just force open. They try and force it open. It obviously doesn't work.
I was so confused at what William thought he could do there. Agent returning with a 4-on-4 now, taking out Masters. So that's the Doc out of play. Big pick for St. Clair. As long as Happy is that low on health for that Cade, St. Clair is with the advantage at the moment. Rapid gonna look to rotate around through bar. And I think there actually is a player going to be roaming for Eastern Illinois, if I was not wrong. Happy finds a double kill for himself, and look at that, another kill for Eastern Illinois. Piggy bringing it to a 2v4. Will Eastern Illinois find their first round? It's up for Rapid and William.
Rapid was not with the team there, and it's not on Rapid, but I guess the communication was slacking, because we saw Capital go in with 2 members, but Rapid was still rotating. He was in oil. He was trying to get onto the side. Now we see William going down main stairs, looking for all of the correct peaks. Does see a player? What? Headshot. Happy. The communication going through, but now Rapid being taken out as William tried to clutch and wasn't able to do it. One did not see the player behind him. It's unfortunate, but the synergy from St. Clair just wasn't there in that round.
No, not there at all. But finally, Eastern Illinois putting a round on the board once again. They're down 3-1 now, heading into round 5. And I do like the way they played that. They played that slowly and methodically. They kind of took those fights, but actually, I wanted to touch on something right now.
Yeah.
We put St. Clair on that pedestal. We kind of peaked them up.
Oh yeah.
And one thing, I'm gonna humanize them right now, because one thing you gotta remember when you're talking about a team who's just winning, you can't get ahead of yourself, and that's how I think what we saw St. Clair do back in round 4 right there. They gotta pull it back and pull themselves back into that level mindset in this round 5. So we're gonna be heading over to the 2nd floor gym, 2nd floor bedroom, and how will St. Clair return to their composure?
What's really cool is now I'm thinking, of course, casters usually say that, but now we're hearing it from a player. Like you're on the Overwatch team and you're also casting with me, which is awesome. But I'm sure you felt it on a lot of occasions where you're just destroying. What does that do to your morale when you actually end up losing? Or
listen, when you're like, let's say like, for example, like in Overwatch, I know I don't like talking about
yeah, of course.
Casting it, but like you roll a team, you'll roll a team, and then that team does something back to you, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Hold up. I can't believe we just let them do that to us. Like, we've been stomping them. We can't let them do that. So it kind of, usually for a team, it really puts you into perspective on how you just need to step back and kind of like take it step by step again. So I do expect St. Clair to kind of go back to their methodic pushes, the strats that they were using.
Right, and it's going to be all up to the communication from what you said. It's going to be up to the whole entire team as a whole to say, hey, let's just step back for a second and let's gain our composure. We came into this match, we won 3 in a row. We ended up losing just off of purely not being synergized, as well as no communication going back and forth. But now, as we head into round number 5, we're seeing a gym bedroom hold coming through for East Illinois. The last time they were on the 2nd floor, they ended up getting rolled. It was CCTV 2 rounds in a row. But now gym bedroom is a completely different hold. And the reason why is because you got a castle that castles up some of these walls.
I do like to see the way Imagine's playing it on the Ash. He's gonna be using his stuns to kind of open up Jim, but ultimately he uses his breaching round from below. It's something I haven't seen an Ash do. He uses his 2nd breaching round on the opposite door for the Jim, so he has to open it up for any other player who wants to get rid of the bandit charges that's going to be blocking off the western balcony. So the way that Imagine is playing this right now, I like seeing this. He's going to rotate around to bathrooms. There is a player sitting on the staircase, so he has to deal with the Jaeger. Actually, the bandit, pretty sure that is through the wall first. So he's going to have a little bit of advantage. But Rapid playing over it towards logistics. He's also going to have to worry about this entry fray too. Both of them, I expect to be the ones to open up this round, and St. Clair has to start with open up the balcony first.
We'll see if they can do it. here with 1 minute 30 remaining in the round. Very slow game that St. Clair are now taking, not really rushing onto the site. They're making sure that they're fully prepared. All the communication is going down just so that all of the correct picks can go through. The Maestro is constantly staring into logistics, and Rapid knows this, and he's droning it out. But we need to see the pick itself go out before anything crazy happens. So this is where William comes in. Imagine, though, onto Cross EP, Bandit being taken out. You said this is what he needed to do, and he definitely did so. As now, this is another place I actually wanted to see get blown up as William takes out Happy. Happy going down. But now there's the initial rush, and he doesn't get the shots off with the defensive hold being played. Now Maestro escaping on very low HP. It has to be the slow creep into the bathroom from William that takes him out. And we see him scoped in. He's waiting for it as he's just sitting inside a bathroom. But no, it's going to be the diffuser itself going down. Cosmic Toad as well going down to Agent Tour as a very simple strat going out there. But now diffuser itself has gone down. Master versus the world here. 4 members. If he can do it, could be kind of crazy, but he cannot as he gets taken out initially here in construction.
Yeah, and round 5 going to St. Clair with ease. Like I said before, you know, you have a little bit of fun in round 4. You get swept, but you kind of pull it right back and compose yourself in round 5, and you take it back like they did. And St. Clair one by one taking those fights, like the proper fights, the way they were doing and executing perfectly onto this, and that is something special over on the defending side. Oh, that's a clash.
Clash is always disabled. It's just constantly. But no, it's a little bit of a taunt, I think. It's just like, hey, I could play Cash, but no.
But no, I'm going to play Ella.
Exactly.
Or Vigil.
No, or I'll play Vigil.
Or Vigil. One of the 3.
I don't like.
But we're going to be heading to second floor CCTV room for round 6. St. Clair up 4-1. Once again, looking for that 5-1 half before rotating sides. But this could be where Eastern Illinois finds their second round, brings it a little bit closer. And before heading to the second half, I think that would be a very important thing to do. But if we head back to the first round and the second round, St. Clair looked so dominant on CCTV room. I'm curious to see how Eastern Illinois will play this.
It was because they played it slowly. We have to remember back to round 4, where they ended up losing. They did not play it slowly. They initially did, until one of their members got picked off, and then Capital just said, let's go into the basement. Right? And they were just not on the same page on St. Clair. But looking at round 5, they were all very slow, droning out for literally the whole round until they finally got in, pick, done, right? But here in round 6 is where the patience has to continue, because that's how you play Clubhouse. Very slow game into a very fast finish. And if you could do that, then you've won Clubhouse, and St. Clair have done it 4 times now.
St. Clair looking to just take off with this. I know they're probably having a time of their lives over on the communication side, as they're up 4-1, looking for 5-1 before switching. Imagine back on that Ash, or I guess he's still on that Ash. You can't say he's back on it because he hasn't switched. Over on Illinois, you see the mute returning along with the Vigil, and gonna be see Crossy on the Cade, but I'm sorry, I'm not used to seeing Rapid or anybody push through the garage without any sort of player blocking their space. So looks like Illinois is just gonna give up garage control, which usually doesn't end well for a team on defense for CCTV. And without a Cade there, it's gonna be free balcony opened up for St. Clair, and a lot of information indeed. Where is Illinois?
They're taking full control on Cash, I think, is where their mindsets are at. It's a very defensive strat, of course, but you can see the 2 smokes that are going out, and this is why Capital is so effective. The 1 roaming player out of Imagine just staying here on the first floor as well as looking into Secret, but Cosmic Toad taking out William was one of the planters here in the round. Piggy as well, and you get to see Capital being taken out, but Rapid with the return frag. Imagine as well here on this floor, just trying to shoot through the floor itself. Knows exactly where this diffuser is, just in case anyone wants to try and defuse this, as he does go over to the bomb, does a couple of pre-firing shots. Double kill going through from Imagine. He's looking for the quad kill, looking inside of Garage as well. Does see the player peek? He looks away for a second. And that's the triple kill going through for Piggy, as he does have the 10 seconds. He's able to disable this diffuser.
What just happened?
I have no idea.
Because like, St. Clair had full control of CCTV room. And then next thing you know, diffuser gets dropped. St. Clair loses 3 players instantly. I think it was a full stack on cash room for Illinois. Yeah. Honestly, that was so hard to follow what Illinois was doing, but it works. St. Clair still won that round, so I can't say that it worked for Illinois. 5-1 in the half, and I have no clue how any of that worked.
You have a full hold on cash, and what it does, at least in my eyes, is it allows your opponents to get very comfortable, like very comfortable. You invade on CCTV without prepping cash room, and you, of course, we ended up seeing the Capital with the 2 smokes go out, and it was really good, really fine and dandy. But they got very comfortable inside of CCTV to the point where when it did become post-plant position, that was not their first thought. Let's not jump back into garage and try and go post-plant. Let's actually try and stay on site because we're perfectly fine here on CCTV site. And it did not work out in their favor. And I think, again, they got a little bit too comfortable. But now they're playing a brand new game. St. Clair, they're going back onto defense. Wait.
No, St. Clair's going to be starting off on defense now as we switch sides. Illinois on attack. Round 7, St. Clair looking for map point. Not yet there. And I do like to see their composition. They got a Legion over on Rapid. He's probably going to be playing the Legion towards Garage. It's usually where you see those goo mines come into play. Doc on Imagine could also potentially be playing in Garage as well. So one of the two will be doing that. Over on the other 3, we have Castle, Cade, and Smoke. And this, here in Illinois, you should take notes. This is what a CCTV room comp should look like.
Exactly. When you're playing on CCTV room, it's got to be a lot of defense, a lot of stalling potential. See that out of the Smoke. You see that out of the Doc as well. William playing the Castle. He loves to play this one. Imagine, of course, going back to the Doc is what he usually loves to do. But it's got to be the full preparation that comes through from St. Clair, and we're starting to see it. Crossy being taken down to a quarter HP very early on here in the round is not good for your hard breacher. Your initial guy that runs into the room first is a little bit, a breath, a blow on you will not hold up. Imagine now. Imagine now inside of Garage.
Imagine inside Garage, he's going to heal himself up a bit. Opening kill on Piggy, going to go towards Rapid. So he's taken out of this. That's a spot I haven't seen in a while coming out from St. Clair. Just going to sit on top of some cash and look down into Garage. But St. Clair with the man disadvantage. A lot of damage down onto Illinois. We're going to see Agent get the kill onto Piggy. Trading it back to a 4-on-4. St. Clair with full health across the board on the players that are still up. Imagine still with Garage hold. Not a lot to work with if you're Illinois at the moment, but looking for something indeed.
We'll see what they can look for as we head into a minute 30 left in the round. Crossy, Cosmic, low HP, Happy, and Master both on full. Crossy as well being taken down very low by some shots that we ended up seeing over by Construction. There was a little bit of noise going over there. Agent Tour with a double kill though onto Cosmic. He's looking for a couple of more here as still a very slow game that's being played. William is in the crossfire here in the corner. We'll see if he can catch off this player inside of Construction. Nothing just yet as Zofia being taken down just to a quarter, but he gets taken down. William with a headshot. But that's the return frag onto him, impact onto Master. But now the 2v3 scenario going down as St. Clair need to continue to defend. Main stairs, it's the push that comes through from Buck. But still, imagine Tour, Impact, all on full HP. Needs to get through the actual little barricade itself. He was too worried on that little piece and gets picked off as now Happy being picked off by Agent that gets himself a triple kill. Not knowing where this last player is. It's over to the left, I believe. I ended up seeing, but that's going to be it. Agent Tour quad kill goes on for himself with St. Clair winning round number 7.
I could not be more impressed by the St. Clair squad. They really look like they know what they're doing here. Agent opening up with the last kill on that round. And across the board, St. Clair having the greatest match that I have seen them personally have as this new team was formed. So even look at that. Agent Tour 10 and 4.
He's
match point for St. Clair. You called a 2-0 prediction. And your prediction is looking pretty solid right now. Unless we can see the greatest comeback ever come out from Eastern Illinois.
If we see a comeback, then we're all going to bed with not to bed. We're not 5. We don't go to bed at 10. But
I might go to bed. It's quarantine. I got quarantine things to do.
Like, what have you been doing during quarantine, Colin?
Playing video games and making sure that I can do my online classes.
Me too. But we're heading into match point 6-1 here as the 6 picks all come through. William 6 picking over Deletion. Basic stuff coming through. There is a pulse actually on defense, but that's just impact doing impact things. Having a very having an easy game. 3-1-3.
Having an impact on this game, indeed.
Is he?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, he's having an impact on this game. I'll say it again.
Yeah, one more time.
Having quite the impact on this match. 6-1. St. Clair match point. The win. Even if you're looking at Illinois, Piggy, 9 kills, but the rest of them just having such a slow game. It's hard to follow and hard to see. And I'm not trying to throw shade at this team. There's a lot to learn.
Yeah.
If you're Eastern Illinois, but St. Clair looking as bright as ever as a team, and imagine on the Valkyrie. He's gonna be sticking on that second floor right now. He's gonna be doing up some hatches. Yeah,
he did get taken a half. I don't know what Imagine is doing on half HP every single round. He's just, I guess, putting himself at a disadvantage a little bit, but peeking drone. Oh, tried to go to the hole, but nah. No. But still, St. Clair playing a slow game. They've got all of their barricades up, all playing very good positions for themselves here on the basement floor. But we could see a run out come, or no, it's not a run out. My bad. Thought we were watching Imagine. I didn't think anyone on Illinois ran in the building just yet. Cosmic actually running into garage. This dude's going kind of crazy here. But yeah, there's the run out. Yeah, I called it, but it was a little bit delayed.
A little bit delayed, but Imagine with the opening kill, going to be traded out by Cosmic Toad. 4v4. Eastern Illinois, their match life is on the line here. They have to find the clutch. They have to find the kills. As we hop on board with St. Clair, they have that defensive setup kind of pressured to a T. 1 minute and 35 seconds left in this matchup. Impact, you can see him on the map just looking for something with that heartbeat detector. Not a lot to go on if you're Eastern Illinois at the moment. They haven't opened up too many hatches yet, and they're taking their sweet time. Minute 20. And could this be a flank coming out from Tour? It's a loud flank indeed coming out from the Maestro, so hopefully he can find something, but hopefully it doesn't bite off too much, then he can chew. So now we do see St. Clair playing this very slow.
Well, not only St. Clair, but East Illinois, they're constantly, and I think Agent Tour is kind of getting the jitters a little bit as he wants to roam and picks himself up Cosmic Toad. Cosmic Toad has been, he's been seen to do a whole lot in the match, but Tour gets a double kill. Agent definitely popping off here in the round, and from Dirt Impact, getting Piggy from that angle. Tour actually ends up going down, but not out here. And now it's Happy. Happy with the 1v4 clutch is what we could see. He's playing the Thermite. A little bit of recoil here on the gun. Could kind of lose it, but he was the member that was supposed to go in first, and now he's the one that's going in last. So not the best position for the Thermite player. Tour, Impact, very low HP. Rapid on full. William with full. They're looking for this hatch.
Didn't get it off.
What?
10 seconds left, and I don't think he even has time to make it to the point. He's gonna have to frag out. Finds one onto Rapid. Look, he gets a second, but he's traded. St. Clair winning map 2. I actually got super excited. I thought Happy was gonna just run in there and gun down some people, but he found 2, gets traded out. St. Clair wins 7-1. 2 maps in a row, same scoreline.
A really good game being played by St. Clair in the match itself, as Agent Tour is the MVP of the round, topping off the leaderboard itself with 12 kills for himself. Imagine with 10. Tour on Clubhouse. He's been putting in the practice, man. I love it.
Yeah, 12-5. Outshining Imagine and Rapid in this game 2. But overall, St. Clair looked better than ever tonight in week 4 of CR6. How did you kind of recap this whole thing for me, Dane?
Right. So game number 1, they ended up winning. St. Clair won 7-1. A very decisive game at that. They played Cafe so incredibly good. And then we transitioned over to Clubhouse, where we saw, again, a very dominant game coming through from St. Clair. So 2 dominant games from this squad that we thought was going to take it to game 3. Of course, I predicted a 2-0 sweep just because of bias, but it was all about if they ended up winning Cafe. When you're playing attack on Cafe, it's either make it or break it. And then when you win round number 1 off of not playing competitive on stream for a really long time, it can get to you after a while. I mean, we saw it there in the match where they just kept their composure. St. Clair looked like a completely different team today. And all of this hype that we've been building up for them this whole entire semester has started to pay off. This honestly, today, it looked like last semester's R6 team that we had, because when Rapid was not performing on Cafe, he was bottom fragging. We needed to see him step up. And usually when one of these 2 top fraggers, Imagine or Rapid, starts to bottom frag, that's when we see the team just lose composure. But no, Imagine was there. We saw Agent Tour was there. We saw William being that second fragger that really stepped up for his team. And I love this St. Clair squad.
I couldn't have said that better myself. But just before we wrap this up real quick, I know nobody really wants to hear it, but coming from myself, as we socially distance ourselves over on this cast, it was the first time we did it remotely, and it was actually a fun time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just want everybody that's viewing to just make sure to stay safe out there. You know, it's tough times. You know, play some video games.
Facts.
And just take care of yourselves, as health is very important in this time. But coming from the desk, it's been myself, Colin C. More, and Daniel the Saved One Mena. Week 4 of CR6 was a 2-0 stomp from St. Clair College over Eastern Illinois. I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, have a great night.